Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be comparing expensive fabric paint with cheap fabric paint. Now the cheap fabric paint is from a shop called B&M, which is like a discount shop in England. So this is a pack of 12 for £3.99. So I worked it out, that's about 33p per bottle, which is not that bad. And the colours are fairly nice and bright. I specifically got the glow in the dark variant, just because I thought that'd be a bit more fun. I'm kind of interested to see if that will even work. Now the expensive fabric paint was the most expensive fabric paint I could find on Amazon. It's by Arteza, which is a fairly well-known art brand. They were, when I bought them, they were £25.99, and there's 30 in here, so there's more, but they're actually 86p per little bottle. These are 2.6 times more expensive than the cheaper brand from B&M. So they are quite different. So I'm interested to see what the difference in quality is, the difference in the colour, all that kind of stuff. So I have a few objects that I'm going to be decorating today. The first one I have is this velvet headband. I got this specifically because I don't know if you remember, but back in I think it's the late 90s, early 2000s, there was this trend of having these big chunky headbands with your name and some decoration on. In fact, I've never found one of those things with your name on with my name on. So I thought I would make my own and live out my early childhood dreams of having one. The next thing I have is this natural cotton bag that I got from Wilko's, which if you've seen my other videos, you know I quite like Wilko's for their art supplies. So this is just a standard canvas tote bag. This is effectively going to be my swatching thing because I don't really use canvas bags, I use backpacks. But I thought this would be really good as my test piece of paper type thing. So that's basically what that's for. And then things I actually want to decorate and use in my house. So I bought 2 black cushion covers, which I'm going to decorate and stick on my couch. And then the other thing that I'm probably going to use all the time are my slippers. So my slippers are pretty just generic black slippers. I think they're either $4.99 or $5.99, but they're very comfy and I just needed a pair of slippers that I could just slip on. Anyway, they're black and boring and I am colourful as everything. So I want these to be really colourful. So I'm going to decorate these as well. So now I am going to I'm going to go ahead and swatch them out and see what my first impressions are. We are here at the decoration station. So here's our bag. Oh, it's a lot bigger than I thought it would be.
That's what she said. This
is just for swatching and testing, so it doesn't really matter if it's ironed or not. So I'm going to go ahead and use the cheap ones first, so I have kind of a baseline to work with. There we go. So if you see that comes out, oh, my camera would focus, but that comes out straight away, so that's good. I don't have to cut anything. I should probably have drawn a line down the middle. One sec. Cheap, expensive. Ignore my handwriting. I know it's bad. So I'm going to do a line. Oh, okay. Shake it a little bit. Okay, does it quite smoothly. A little bit weird at first. I'm guessing that definitely is a white. It's kind of like an off-white though. It's kind of weird. Okay, so the cheap so far, I like the colours. They're pretty nice. It's a bit of a shame we've only got 1 blue. We've got 3 pinks for some reason. Okay, so they do mix. So I guess if you wanted to mix them off the canvas you're using. I'm just trying to get the most out of 12 colours. If you only want to spend a cheap amount, you might only get a certain amount to use. Okay, so I'm pretty excited for this. Right off the bat, I don't know if you can see, but there are a whole host of different colours. Ah, yes, so these are the different nibs you can use. So that's pretty good. They give you a different type of nib. Let's just have a look at what we've got here. How am I going to put these in order? I probably shouldn't have just turfed them out, but I just wanted to do it once. We've got titanium white. Is that titanium white? No, metallic pearl white. That titanium white? Yes, so titanium white, metallic pearl white. These have got actual colour names. You know, the official sort of colour names. Okay, I'm trying to keep the colours sort of in the same sort of groups, just so they'll swatch more aesthetically. So these take 24 hours to dry and the other ones take 4 hours. Don't know what that means in terms of quality, but I'll try both after 4 hours and then both after 24 hours, so this video is going to take more than one day. When you finish painting, replace with original tip. Okay. I really like that that's like a proper plastic tip. Obviously this is just like, it's nice to know I'm paying for quality. I also like that they're like a pen. So let's give this a squeeze. Oh, do it. Wait. It's got a little protector on it. Stick that on there. That would have been not good if I'd have just exploded it. Oh, there we go. Very thin tip. Kind of hard to see, but I don't want to change the tip on every single one just to swatch them out. This is going to take a while because I have to take off every cap, remove the protector, and then put them back on. Just before I get into making some kind of artwork, I'd say the cheap ones are really great for the marbling type effect, and I actually really like the paleness of them. I think they work quite well. These ones are, obviously you get a lot more variety in the pack, but they are more expensive. You get different tones. The metallics are really nice, I do like them. If I just focus on the proper colours though, I do prefer the more expensive ones. They are really pigmented. That's pretty much it really. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and do the headband first, just because like, I'm excited. Headband, cushion slippers maybe, or headband slippers cushions, something like that. We'll see. So just to quickly interrupt the montages, something is going weird with the cheaper paint. So this one I did with the premium paint and it's pretty much dry. Like it's still a little bit squishy, I guess, but like on the thick bits, because this said it needed a full 24 hours to dry. So, you know, I don't expect this to be fully dry, but it's like, it doesn't come off when I touch it at all. Now it said this would take 24 hours to dry. Bear that in mind. This said it would take 4 hours to dry, okay? No, it's still wet. Like it's still completely wet. Like it's not dry at all, even a little bit. And not only that, I don't know if you can see, the paint has almost like sank into the fabric. It's most obvious on the headband. So if you saw when I did the headband, I did the initial letters in the premium, and then I did like a highlight type thing in the cheap. And I don't know if you can see that. It's almost like it's sunk in to the fabric, and now it's just left this weird, gross echo of a letter. Like the Y looks really bad. So I'm like really disappointed in that. The headband, I will wear it, but I won't wear it every day. But the slippers, I wear my slippers pretty much every single day. So I'm actually really upset that the cheap paint is working out so badly. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to wash the ever-living hell out of this thing, try and get as much paint off as possible. So I'm going to go over the design with the expensive paint. For the pillows, for the cushions, I'm not even going to bother using the cheap paint because I'm just going to have exactly the same issue. That's the little update. I'm going to go ahead and wash this, fix this, and then get on with the cushions. So here we are at the end of 4 days work. My hand, my poor hand, my hand is killing me squeezing those bottles for like, I don't even know how long we're recording is, like 20 hours or something. There's so much to edit. I've got a few thoughts and I'm a bit disappointed, to be quite honest. I really wanted the wrap up of this video to be very, if you can buy the expensive ones, buy the expensive ones, but if you just want like a quick little project, get the cheap ones, right? Unfortunately, I can't do that. Just to remind you, these were the cheap ones. They were $3.99 for 12, which was about 33p a bottle. I really liked the colours, but after like 12 plus hours, they were still wet. But I redid the slipper. I did this yesterday. So I did this last night. Probably been 10 hours at this point, maybe. Doesn't come off at all. So yeah, the headband you saw, I ended up like fixing that as well. So now it's got my name on it really well. And none of the paint's sunk in or disappeared like it had before. So that's great. That's my little headband, which I'm actually very proud of. I'm going to keep it on. Personally, design-wise, I think I kind of went a bit overboard on this one. I actually prefer the design on this one. It's much simpler. But I'm happy to have my slippers back because my feet have been cold. So that's great. Now we're onto the cushions, which are the ones I'm like extremely proud of. This is the first one, which I'm extremely happy with. So it's Vincent van Gogh mixed with Frida Kahlo. There's an artwork called The Two Fridas, so that's the one I took inspiration from the bottom. The colours are absolutely beautiful, and if you've noticed, I've actually like painted with it on the faces, and that's actually worked really well as well, so that's really, really great, and I'm really proud of that one. And this is completely dry. Now this is pretty simple compared to the other one. Well, I say simple. It's not like any specific design. I just kind of kept going with it, and I think it's really cool. I like how it kind of looks like flower fireworks or something. That's what my boyfriend said it looked like. I'm not going to rate the cheap paints. I can't really give something a rating if it didn't work properly, you know what I mean? Like, if I would rate it, I give it like a 1 because it didn't work. The Arteza, I give them a 9, and the only reason they don't get a 10 is primarily because the tubes were a little bit weird to work with. In theory, they're great because they write like a pen, but the problem is, when you hold a pen like this, you automatically want to squeeze at the bottom, but the problem is that doesn't actually work for good flow control. You actually want to squeeze it up here. So instead of having this full control like you would with a pen, you end up holding it at the end, which is a lot harder to do. It's almost like you've got a magic wand. And because of that, because of I've not got the support here that I would if I was holding it, I think that's why my hand's hurting. I suppose it's just a byproduct of the thing. It's better than like the real chunky bottles. I really liked that I got spare or extra nibs with those. I didn't use them too much, to be quite honest, but I liked that they were there. If you're going to buy these yourself, the thing I would advise is when you store them upside down. Initially when you get them, they're stored this way, but I think it's better to store them like that, because then when you come to take them, the paint's all at the bottom where you want it. Quite a few times while I was painting, I found myself like doing this and like trying to get to the paint to the actual bottom, which doesn't sound that arbitrary, but when you're swapping colours constantly and you have to do that constantly, it gets really annoying. So if you buy these, store them upside down. So just focusing on the Arteza paints, which was the expensive ones at 86p per bottle, but I think they're pretty cost effective, and I've used a lot of paint and I feel like I've got loads left. I can do plenty of projects with these and they won't be running out at all. So all in all, if you have the money, buy the Arteza pens. If you don't have the money to buy them, save up. If there's cheap ones you find somewhere else, give them a go and maybe tell me about them and maybe I'll give them a go. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you've got more things you'd like me to do, you know, cheap versus expensive, please let me know, because this was actually quite fun contrasting and comparing these two products. If you liked that video, give it a like. If you really liked it, consider subscribing, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!